Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. So, from a really well received movie and one that I really liked and enjoyed quite a bit because of the acting and the storyline, to a really bad movie. Yeah. So, I used to watch a lot of these, action oriented martial arts kind of movies when I was younger. I kind of went away from it for a long time, but once in a while I do try and watch one of these movies, and boy, oh boy. Now, I was a little apprehensive going in because I already got the warning that this movie is not really very good. But um, I thought, let's give it a try. So, Jujutsu, that's the name of the movie. It's a 2020 release. I believe it was on Netflix and is now not on Netflix anymore. It is a 2020 American sci-fi movie starring Nicolas Cage. Well, he is actually more of a supporting role. You have the main actor who is Alain Moussi, who is a Moroccan Canadian actor. I just read a little bit about him. So apparently he's more of a stuntman, and recently, since the last few years, he's been in acting movies, acting in action movies like the new Kickboxer movies, which I will try to watch. Um, Frank Grillo, who's another action-oriented actor, Juju Chan, Tony Jaa, and yes, I did mention Nicolas Cage. Marie Avgeropoulos, she is a almost petite. I mean, she's grown up a little bit, but when I first saw her in the first season of the sci-fi television series 100, I stopped watching that show after the second season, but I do remember that I liked this girl quite a lot. She was pretty. She was a bit more younger back then. Um, but yeah, she's a cutie. She's playing she's playing a little bit of a badass in this movie. So she's in it as well. And what I do have to say is, basically, in the jungles of Burma, there is this temple that every 6 years there's a comet that passes above, right near the Earth. So you can actually see it in the slowly passing by through Burma and maybe some parts of the world. So this happens every 6 years. Now, when this happens every 6 years, there is a portal that is activated in the temple, and a alien visitor, a fighter of extremely, uh, you know, I mean, he's got some of the best skills available on any galaxy, any place, whichever place that he's supposed to come from. He visits Earth and he looks forward to fighting the best fighters. And apparently, he's the guy who actually taught humans of jujitsu and all those things. So they ripped off Predator quite a bit. The fact that he can make himself invisible. He hunts in the forest, and same finding the best warriors and showing his mettle, as well as the vision that he's got, very very similar to that stuff. So our hero here, Jake, initially shown running away from the flying star daggers that the alien throws, and he jumps. I don't show the alien in the beginning, and he's jumping and he jumps into the water. He's rescued, taken to thinking that he's an American soldier. They take him to some base nearby, and they invest. He loses his memory, so he doesn't remember what happens. He's interrogated by the soldiers there, led by the lead interrogator is the Marie Avar. Oh my, it's a Greek name, so very difficult for me to pronounce. Avagopoulos' character, and so he is rescued from there by one of the. So apparently, Jake was part of a group of mercenaries and fighters, and one of them comes and rescues him. However, pretty soon the army catches up with him, as well as the alien creature. He starts attacking people, starts killing them off one by one. Towards the end, we have a crazy character played by Nicolas Cage. I don't really know what's happening. Apparently, he turns out to be this guy's dad. Oh boy. I mean, really, really bad acting. And there's no storyline. There's just a lot of fighting. There's just like a lot of fighting. They fight each other all the time, and of course they fight among the alien as well towards the end. So the alien is hunting, and it takes out a lot of these people, takes out a lot of injures a lot of the people in Jake's group as well. And finally, at the end, Jake is finally inspired to fight this guy. So the fight scenes I don't really have a problem with. I mean, most of it is pretty good, but there is no story, and the acting is terrible. There's a couple of these chicks. Oh yeah, a couple of them do die. Include Nicolas Cage dies, characters dies, as well as one of the chicks, and I think a couple of other soldiers as well. Frank Grillo's character dies, but enough of them do remain at the end. There's this really terrible character, overacting guy. I don't really know his name, but yeah. So avoid at all cost if you want to watch the fights. That's great, but it's mostly just like almost like I was watching. How long was the movie? 102 minutes, out of which probably like 80 or close to like 70 minutes is just fighting. But in the end, yeah, our hero does kill the guy, sends him through the portal once again, and along with a bomb or something, and he dies. Oh yeah, the guy can regenerate like crazy. So then they leave, and that's the basic end of the movie. His small group of survivors, they do leave, and I don't know what happens after that, because as soon as they leave the temple, the movie ends. 3 out of 10. Okay, maybe that's too harsh. Fight scenes are pretty good. I'll give it a 4.5 out of 10. Otherwise, it's pretty bad. Yeah. But like I mentioned, I do want to watch the kicker. I remember as a kid, I watched a lot of the kickboxer movies, a lot of the Jean-Claude Van Damme kind of style movies. So I am interested in just watching at least some of them. So I'll try to watch them. Starting the same guy, Alain Lucy, and who knows who else is there. But I will be trying to watch a few Nicolas Cage movies. I wasn't expecting this one to be this bad. But yeah, I was warned. So yeah, 4.5 out of 10. Good night, guys.